Book 1, Bazur's Plot, Chapter 10, Healing the Wounds. I woke up to some noise. I could not tell what it was or where I was. My body was heavy and tired. I slowly started to stretch myself, and I was trying to understand where I was. Nothing looked familiar. It was a dimly lit room, and I was sleeping in a kind of recess from the room itself. I moved my head and I saw an elf knitting by the cozy fire. Oh my, now I remembered. We came here through the tree trunk stairs. Oh, where is Sarah and Tora? I sat up quickly and looked around. I saw Tora sitting further away at the table and talking quietly with an elf. He noticed I was awake and said, Sarah, come to eat. You need food. I walked to the table and started to eat. I felt starving. How is Tara? I asked. Tara answered from another research to my question. Sarah, I'm okay. Thank you for lifting all the rocks away from me, from top of me. All the elves stopped what they were doing and stared at me. One of them asked, She did that? Tara replied, Yes, Fairy Queen taught her that magic. She's quite good at it. She also moved us the other side of the river. Handy magic skill. I blushed. I was unsure why Tara was telling this to elves. It did not matter. I was just learning. Approving mumble came from all corners of the room. One elf spoke. So elders really think she can help, huh? Tara replied, Yes, otherwise we would not be here. We ran into Bazur hunting more creatures for his army, but otherwise we have made good progress walking to the seafarer. Elves continued to stare, and silence set in the room. The older elf came from the shadows. I guess he had been there all this time observing. He spoke. We are nowadays called underground elves, since Bazur continuous attacks. We moved our village here. You are our first guest ever here. I realized that was an honor, and I bowed to him. Thank you for letting us stay, and thank you for healing Tara. Tara walked to the table slowly, clearly being sore, but without limping. She turned to the old elf lady and said, Your treatments worked so well again. Thank you. The elf looked at her pleased and nodded. Everyone ate breakfast in silence, very hungrily. The food was great. I raised my head and said, This is such a tasty food. Thank you. Elves were clearly more at ease this morning. Tara noticed my eyes going around and said, Can you blame them? Most human body creatures have not been kind to elves, or any other creature for that matter, in Earth life. No, I thought and said, No, I would be suspicious too, very much so, I continued. I wish no harm. I will try to help you and Myria as much as I can. Hopefully we can return all the cursed ones to life. An older elf lady approached me, smiling warmly. Don't mind my folks. They are just cautious. We have lost a few of us to unliving things in the past last years. I nodded. No worries, I understand, I said. She handed me a pouch and said, Here, we cannot give you elves healing powers, but I prepared few potions and a cloth. Also, this is a magic pouch, so I teach you how to talk with it now. So, Dora spoke. She knows how to talk to the fairies and do fairy magic, moving herself or others from one place to another. Ah, spoke old elf lady. That makes things easy then. So, when you have a situation in hand that you or someone, nodding towards Tara and Dora, needs you, or need help, you ask from the pouch the correct bottle or cloth to use. You describe it as in your head, in mind or head. Magic pouch, I need help to heal Tara's wound in her leg. Which is the most suitable medicine? Then you wait for the pouch to answer. Answers will appear in your mind. And then you just pick the same medicine from the pouch. Once you have used it in according to instructions, which will also come into your mind the same way, you will return the medicine back to the pouch, which will refill it. Do you understand? I looked at her eyes and said, yes, I do. Does everything here in Myria communicate in the mind or in the head? She looked at me and laughed out loud. Yes, a lot of them actually do. Many creatures communicate, do magic, heal using mind as a platform, I would say. It is easier than trying to move this physical level, which uses more energy and a different set of skills. It really made sense, and I replied, yes, that does make sense. It is exhausting to communicate and be in the physical body on earthly life. She looked at me curiously and said, seriously, keep the pouch so that nobody can reach it and it cannot be wrongly used. I took the pouch. It was a very small velvet pouch. I thought about where to put it for safekeeping, and I decided to hang it next to my chest. I felt the pouch settle to my skin. It felt like it was a living thing. Probably it was a living, I thought, since all here seemed to be very much living things. I heard Tora discussing with one of the elder elves that we were about midway of Second Woods now. So it seems that we will walk one more day before we reach the next crossing between First and Second Woods areas. Soon after that, Tora stood up and said, we must get a move on. Neither of us, Tara and I, said nothing. We got up and I reached for my cape. Tara took the cape from me and said, no need now. It is easier to walk when we don't need it. She stored it somewhere which I again could not see. Not that it mattered either. We walked up the stairs again and waited until the guard gave us permission to go. We jumped out of the tree trunk to a small open area, and we heard the door close behind us. I took one last peek before the door was closing, and it looked so cozy. Now that the door was closed, one could not see any signs of a door in the trunk. It was so well hidden.